Good evening. 2020 is a year like no other. The COVID-19 crisis has brought the world to a standstill. However, luckily here in Tasmania, due to the work of a huge number of volunteers, sponsors, support staff and players, the SFL and SFLW seasons were able to have a very entertaining season of community football. Highlights for me include the return of the Brighton Robins senior side, the rise of the proud Hobart Footy Club, the continued evolution of our women's game, and the exposure of the SFL and SFLW via the live stream. Footy is undeniably a team sport, but tonight we recognise the individual. Whether it be a leading goal kicker, club volunteer or league's best player, tonight is about acknowledging consistency across the 2020 season. Albert Collier first won in 1931 and Mitch Walker was our most recent winner in 2019. Who will join a long list of Tasmanian sporting royalty and win the William Leitch Medal in season 2020? Well, welcome to the William Leitch Medal count for 2020. My name is Tubes Taylor and I'm joined by my good mate here on the side, Matt Hawkins. Welcome to the 2020 William Leitch Medal count.
Thanks, Tubes Taylor. It's exciting to be here. The night of nights for the SFL season. Look, there's some great players out there. I've managed to get to as many games as I could. Seen a heap amount of highlights here on Duff TV. Tonight is that night of nights. Who's going to win? I don't know. I'm excited to see how it plays out.
No, me too, Hawkey. Now, a little bit earlier in the week, we caught up with SFL President Russell Young and sat down and had a cup of coffee with him and discussed the 2020 season. Russell Young, you're the president of the SFL, mate. The season's nearly complete, but we very nearly didn't have a season at all.
Well, I'm sort of very happy for the SFL, but I'm also very happy for the communities that those clubs are in, because we all know football brings communities together in these hard times. I think football gave back to the communities. They made people, forget about what was going on around them, go in and support their footy club. And the good part about the year was that the community did come back and support the clubs. We had terrific crowds during the year. We also had sponsors that came on board during the year because I think they were pleased that we got the competition up and going, and they also understood how hard it was.
And it was terrific to catch up with Russell Young, the president of the SFL. He's a great guy, isn't he?
Absolutely, and what has been a pretty challenging 2020 season.
Yeah, enormous. All right, let's get started on the count here, Hawkey. It's first up, it'll be the Lipscome Medal.
The Lipscome Medal count, round 1, Huonville versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, 1 vote, C. Harris. Huonville Lions, 2 votes, W. Quarrier. Lindisfarne, 3 votes, H. Fox. Dodgers Ferry versus New Norfolk. Dodgers Ferry, 1 vote, A. Richards. Dodgers Ferry, 2 votes, T. Bennett. New Norfolk, 3 votes, J. Miller. Claremont, Sorrel and the Southern Storm all had a bye.
Round 2. New Norfolk versus Huonville. Huonville Lions, 1 vote, N. Vincent. New Norfolk, 2 votes, Z. Holloway. Huonville Lions, 3 votes, J. Thorpe. Southern Storm versus Sorrel. Southern Storm, 1 vote, C. Sayward. Southern Storm, M. Bastick, 2 votes. Southern Storm, K. Wouters, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry versus Claremont. Claremont, J. Bradshaw, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, B. Booth, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, F. Hooker, 3 votes.
Round 3, Lindisfarne versus the Southern Storm. Lindisfarne, W. Harris, 1 vote. Southern Storm, 2 votes, K. Walters. Southern Storm, 3 votes, J. Code. Sorrel versus Dodgers Ferry. Sorrel, L. Butterworth, 1 vote. Sorrel, S. McLagan, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, A. Omond, 3 votes. Huonville, New Norfolk and Claremont all had a bye.
Round 4. Southern Storm versus Claremont. Claremont, B. Rogers, 1 vote. Southern Storm, C. Slater, 2 votes. Southern Storm, C. Sayward, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry versus Huonville. Dodgers Ferry, A. Richards, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, H. Stevenson, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, T. Welling, 3 votes. New Norfolk, Lindisfarne and Sorell had the bye.
Round 5, New Norfolk versus Dodgers Ferry. New Norfolk, W. Banks, 1 vote. New Norfolk, J. George, 2 votes. New Norfolk, J. Miller, 3 votes. Sorell versus the Southern Storm. C. Soward, Southern Storm, 1 vote. Southern Storm, R. Scotland, 2 votes. Southern Storm, M. Bastick, 3 votes. Claremont versus Lindisfarne. Claremont, D. Hills, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, C. Good, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, J. Wilton, 3 votes. Huonville had the bye.
So there we go, Hawkey. After 5 rounds, Jack Miller is out on top from New Norfolk.
Yeah, look, it's been a shortened season, only 11 rounds in the 2020 season, and as we said, New Norfolk taking the lead currently with 6 votes.
And it looks like the Southern Storm have had a pretty good ring of games there, Hawkey, with out of the top 5, they got 4 players.
It's going to certainly be tight coming into the next 6 rounds. We'll see how we go.
Now we'll move on to the goal kicking award for the Colts, Hawkey, and that goes to a man from the Southern Storm, Connor Soward. He kicked 30 goals this season. Congratulations, Connor. Coming in second was Jack Miller, the man out on top of the Lipscome Medal so far after 5 rounds with 27 goals, and Blake Sculthorpe from the Southern Storm kicking 23. We'll move on now, Hawkey, for round 6 of the Lipscome Medal.
Absolutely. Round 6, Lindisfarne versus Sorell. Sorell, J. Tate, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, S. Becker, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, C. Harris, 3 votes. Southern Storm versus Huonville. Southern Storm, C. Rawnsley, 1 vote. Southern Storm, R. Clark, 2 votes. Southern Storm, J. Code, 3 votes. Claremont versus Dodgers Ferry. Claremont, H. James, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, R. Campbell, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, W. Harris, 3 votes. New Norfolk had the bye.
Round 7, Huonville versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, A. Harrison, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, J. Devine, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, J. Thorpe, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Southern Storm. Southern Storm, R. Clark, 1 vote. Southern Storm, N. Clifford, 2 votes. Southern Storm, J. Code, 3 votes. Sorell versus Claremont. Sorell, R. Prowse, 1 vote. Sorell, B. Carter, 2 votes. Sorell, L. Dance, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry had the bye.
As we come into round 8 tubes, J. Code takes a 3-point lead from the Southern Storm with 9 votes over J. Miller with 6 from New Norfolk. Round 8, Claremont versus Huonville. Huonville Lions, A. Hild, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, S. Voss, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, J. Cooper Campbell, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus New Norfolk. Lindisfarne, O. Holdsworth, 1 vote. New Norfolk, W. Banks, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, C. Harris, 3 votes. Sorell, Dodgers Ferry and the Southern Storm all with a bye.
Round 9, Dodgers Ferry versus Southern Storm. Dodgers Ferry, A. Richards, 1 vote. Southern Storm, J. Code, 2 votes. Southern Storm, N. Clifford, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Claremont. New Norfolk, Thomas Rainbird, 1 vote. New Norfolk, W. Banks, 2 votes. New Norfolk, J. Miller, 3 votes. Huonville versus Sorell. Huonville Lions, D. Jeeves, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, J. Richards, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, J. Thorpe, 3 votes. Lindisfarne had the bye.
As we come into round 10, Sorell versus New Norfolk. Sorell, D. Arnold, 1 vote. New Norfolk, J. Triffett, 2 votes. Sorell, B. Carter, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus Dodgers Ferry. Lindisfarne, J. Foster, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, S. Becker, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, J. Wilton, 3 votes. Claremont, Huonville and the Southern Storm all with a bye.
Round 11, the final round. Claremont versus Sorell. L. Dance, Sorell, 1 vote. Claremont, S. Malone, 2 votes. Claremont, J. Harris, 3 votes. Huonville versus New Norfolk. Huonville Lions, J. Thorpe, 1 vote. New Norfolk, T. Lovell, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, S. Voss, 3 votes. Southern Storm versus Lindisfarne. Southern Storm, K. Wouters, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, J. Foster, 2 votes. Southern Storm, J. Code, 3 votes. So the winner of the 2020 Lipscome Medal is Josh Code Hawkey from the Southern Storm.
Josh, you've got to be ecstatic about that. 3 votes in the final round, really secured your spot with 14 votes. Fantastic achievement. As a Colt coming through grassroots football, well done, Joshua Code. Fantastic effort.
Now we'll move on to the next medal of the evening. That is the George Watt Medal for the reserves. Previous winners of the George Watt Medal include blokes like Dylan Ford from Brighton, Sean Clark from Lindisfarne and Adam Whitford from Brighton and New Norfolk, I believe. He won one at each club, so it's pretty interesting, Hawkey.
Pretty important list.
Yeah, huge list. All right, let's get started with round 1 of the SFL reserves. Dodgers Ferry versus Claremont. Dodgers Ferry, D. Cusick, 1 vote. Claremont, M. Carr, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, P. Allison, 3 votes. Hobart versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, T. Curry, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, J. Sturziker, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, B. Westbury, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Huonville. Huonville Lions, D. Hay, 1 vote. New Norfolk, C. Curtin, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, W. Booth, 3 votes. Brighton versus Sorrel. Sorrel, R. Bird, 1 vote. Brighton, N. Barker, 2 votes. Brighton, J. Pate, 3 votes. Signet had the bye.
Round 2, Claremont versus Hobart. Claremont, B. Jones, 1 vote. Claremont, K. Smith, 2 votes. Hobart, A. Arnold, 3 votes. Huonville versus Brighton. Brighton, P. Vout, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, C. W. Booth, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, B. Guy, 3 votes. Sorrel versus Dodgers Ferry. Dodgers Ferry, O. Dodge, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, K. Flynn, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, T. Daff, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus Signet. Signet, Joel Davey, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, A. Clark, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, S. Smith, 3 votes. New Norfolk with the bye.
Round 3. Brighton versus New Norfolk. Brighton, J. Gallagher, 1 vote. New Norfolk, Jack Hills, 2 votes. Brighton, M. Howlett, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry versus Huonville. Dodgers Ferry, J. Young, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, Jack Wilson, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, T. Mayhew, 3 votes. Hobart versus Sorrel. M. Beavis from Sorrel, 1 vote. Hobart, T. Clark, 2 votes. Hobart, H. Triffett, 3 votes. Signet versus Claremont. Signet, D. Millhouse, 1 vote. Signet, J. Doyle, 2 votes. Claremont, J. Brown, 3 votes.
Coming into round 4, Huonville versus Hobart. Hobart, C. Goff, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, L. O'Neill, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, M. Byers, 3 votes. Sorrel versus Signet. Signet, A. Higgins, 1 vote. Sorrel, B. Mab, 2 votes. Signet, J. Appleby, 3 votes. Claremont versus Lindisfarne. Claremont, N. Davis Cordwell, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, C. Menzie, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, A. Clark, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Dodgers Ferry. Dodgers Ferry, K. Flynn, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, Z. Price, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, Jack Wilson, 3 votes.
Round 5. Lindisfarne versus Sorell. Sorell D. Griffiths, 1 vote. Lindisfarne J. McPherson, 2 votes. Lindisfarne M. Triffett, 3 votes. Cygnet versus Huonville. Huonville Lions L. O'Neill, 1 vote. Cygnet Julian Dyreen, 2 votes. Huonville Lions M. Bennett, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry versus Brighton. Dodgers Ferry L. Edwards, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry K. Flynn, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry S. Boxall, 3 votes. Hobart versus New Norfolk. New Norfolk L. Browning, 1 vote. Hobart J. Daly, 2 votes. Hobart J. Caulfield, 3 votes. And Claremont had the bye.
So here we are after 5 rounds of a 9-round shortened season of the reserves tubes. Flynn from Dodgers Ferry taking lead, but in a hotly contested leaderboard. 5s and 3s all over the place.
Yeah, it's a massive leaderboard there, Hawkie. As we can see, there's a number of names there. And I just want to know, is it Doreen or Dyreen?
Oh, gee, I'd go Dyreen, but it could be Bowden or Bowden.
Well, I can tell you this. It's not... what did you say? You said priest. Oh, it was priest. You said prost. Or I'm not sure what you said, Hawkie, but it's a tough gig we've got here.
Look, regardless, he's still got votes and he should be ecstatic about that.
Priced, I think you said. It's priest. There he is. He's made his way. All right, let's get on to the leading goal kickers for the reserves. And it goes to a man from the New Norfolk Footy Club again, Hawkie. Clinton Curtin, a champion from up the valley.
Again, 29 goals, Clinton, as a leading goal scorer for the season in the reserves. Fantastic effort. Followed by our man, Kurt Flynn, 23 goals again from Dodgers Ferry.
Yep, Nick Clark and Brendan Lorcan and Jacob Kent round out the top 5 there. So congratulations, Clinton. You are the leading goal kicker for the reserves in 2020 for the SFL. We'll move quickly on now to round number 6 for the George Watt Medal. Sorell versus Claremont. Claremont B. Pace, 1 vote. Claremont B. Davies, 2 votes. Claremont J. Brown, 3 votes. Brighton versus Hobart. Brighton D. Rowbottom, 1 vote. Hobart J. Daly, 2 votes. Brighton B. White, 3 votes. Huonville versus Lindisfarne. Huonville Lions N. Rowlands, 1 vote. Huonville Lions K. Doyle, 2 votes. Lindisfarne M. Triffett, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Cygnet. Cygnet A. Higgins, 1 vote. New Norfolk Jack Hills, 2 votes. New Norfolk C. Curtin, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry had the bye.
Round 7, 3 rounds to go. Cygnet versus Brighton. Brighton T. Taylor, 1 vote. Cygnet Julian Dyreen, 2 votes. Brighton J. Steele, 3 votes. Hobart versus Dodgers Ferry. Hobart J. Barrett, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry O. Dodge, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry Jack Wilson, 3 votes. Claremont versus Huonville. Huonville Lions B. Pike, 1 vote. Huonville Lions B. Lorcan, 2 votes. Huonville Lions M. Byers, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus New Norfolk. Lindisfarne A. Clark, 1 vote. Lindisfarne T. Curry, 2 votes. Lindisfarne O. Rand, 3 votes. Sorell had the bye.
Round 8. Brighton versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne A. Clark, 1 vote. Lindisfarne O. Rand, 2 votes. Lindisfarne J. McPherson, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry versus Cygnet. Dodgers Ferry A. Addicote, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry S. Boxall, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry Jack Wilson, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Claremont. New Norfolk K. Walker, 1 vote. Claremont B. Jones, 2 votes. New Norfolk Jack Hills, 3 votes. Huonville versus Sorell. Huonville Lions B. Lorcan, 1 vote. Huonville Lions M. Byers, 1 vote. Huonville Lions L. O'Neill, 3 votes. Hobart had the bye.
Coming into round 9, the final round, Jack Wilson with a 3-vote lead. Claremont versus Brighton. Claremont, J Brown, 1 vote. Claremont, J Del Carmen, 2 votes. Brighton, D Rowbottom, 3 votes. Cygnet versus Hobart. Cygnet, Joel Davey, 1 vote. Hobart, C Goff, 2 votes. Cygnet, Julian Dyreen, 3 votes. Sorrel versus New Norfolk. New Norfolk, H Bellman, 1 vote. New Norfolk, Jack Hills, 2 votes. New Norfolk, J Foster, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus Dodgers Ferry. Lindisfarne, N Cranfield, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, Jack Wilson, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, O Rand, 3 votes. Huonville had the bye.
Well, congratulations to you, Jack Wilson. You are the 2020 George Watt medalist, mate. Congratulations, a great season, Hawkie.
Look, 9 short games of the season this year for the reserves. Jack Wilson clearing out by 4 votes clear of his second place in Jack Hills. And Tubes, reserves really are the lifeblood of these clubs in a challenging year. They're the people that drag the supporters along. How important have you seen the reserves this year?
They're massive, Hawkie, in any sort of community football. So congratulations to all of those blokes that have pulled the boots on for the Rezzies this year. All right, we'll take a quick drinks break here. Hawkie, you need a little bit more vodka in that, and I need some in mine too. So we'll take a quick break, go and get yourselves a drink, and we'll be right back with the SFLW medal in just a few moments.
Forceful handball by Bailey. Into the hot spot. Looks for Clark. Dribbles. Goes towards goal. We're away.
Fantastic handball back. Beautiful kick up the wing. Looking for someone. There she is again. Fantastic. Stacey Fox plays on. Have a go. Kicks it.
Despite the scoreboard, Jerry, I reckon you'd be pretty happy with the girls.
I am, Tubesy. I think we're in good shape. It's the game we thought it was going to be. It's a real arm wrestle.
We play the game with lots of goal. We take the hits and how we roll the unity. Girls are on the march again.
It's a really trying time with COVID, and my family could actually watch a game tonight back in Newcastle. So, really appreciate what you do.
Clark just avoids the tackle. Daniels was picked up and then just shrugged away. They need to get some sort of a score. Allen's going to be the hero! Right on the siren! So how good is it, Hawkeye, that we're able to live stream SFL games and SFLW games all year?
Mate, it's been fantastic when our supporters haven't been able to get along to the ground, to have people like our sponsors such as Duff TV, Elevate Wealth Solutions, Clenet Smile 10, EIS Property and ID Clothing, supporting live streaming in Tasmanian football to get people back around the grounds and supporting their great clubs.
No, it's been terrific, Hawkeye. Now we're moving on to the SFLW Medal. Now, this is the 4th year of SFLW and the competition just keeps going from strength to strength, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, they've certainly been carrying the load this year, the women, and bringing a lot of crowds along to the live stream as well. It's been a fantastic season. I'm really excited about this count.
No, me too. So this will be the 5th winner, actually, Hawkeye, even though it's 4 years old. Last year, of course, we had a shared winner with Mandy Fish and Tiana Ford sharing the medal last year. So let's get stuck into the 2020 SFLW medal. Round 1, North Hobart versus New Norfolk. North Hobart, M. Ingle, 1 vote. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 2 votes. North Hobart, E. Johnston, 3 votes. Claremont versus Brighton. Claremont, N. Daniels, 1 vote. Brighton, G. Pennicott, 2 votes. Claremont, N. Lynch, 3 votes. Hobart versus University. University, A. Pottinger, 1 vote. University, J. Allnut, 2 votes. University, S. Rose, 3 votes. Southeast Suns versus the Port. The Port, S. Fox, 1 vote. Southeast Suns, K. Ollerhead, 2 votes. Southeast Suns, B. Laidler, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus Kingborough. Kingborough Tigers, S. Botterill James, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, M. Fish, 3 votes. Huonville Lions had the bye.
Round 2 of the Southern Football League Women's Best and Fairest count, Hobart versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, T. Hudson, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, M. Fish, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Huonville Lions. Huonville Lions, C. Eggers, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, M. Cowan, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, J. Howarth, 3 votes. Brighton versus North Hobart. North Hobart, A. Bailey, 1 vote. Brighton, K. Luttrell, 2 votes. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 3 votes. The Port versus University. The Port, S. Fox, 1 vote. University, S. Rose, 2 votes. The Port, E. Doyle, 3 votes. Kingborough versus Claremont. Kingborough, E. Burrows, 1 vote. Claremont, K. Stanford, 2 votes. Claremont, N. Lynch, 3 votes. Southeast Suns had the bye.
Round 3, North Hobart versus Kingborough. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 1 vote. Kingborough, G. Abel, 2 votes. North Hobart, E. Johnson, 3 votes. University versus Southeast Suns. Southeast Suns, O. Hudson, 1 vote. University, E. Philpott, 2 votes. University, S. Rose, 3 votes. Claremont versus Hobart. Claremont, N. Daniels, 1 vote. Claremont, K. Macaulay, 2 votes. Claremont, D. West, 3 votes. Huonville Lions versus Brighton. Huonville Lions, C. Chatterton, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, A. Grubb, 2 votes. Brighton, C. Lovell, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus the Port. Lindisfarne, M. Fish, 1 vote. The Port, L. Reid, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 3 votes. New Norfolk had the bye.
Round 4. Hobart versus North Hobart. Hobart, L. Crossan, 1 vote. North Hobart, C. Minucci, 2 votes. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 3 votes. South East Suns versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, M. Fish, 1 vote. South East Suns, K. Olahead, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, M. Soward, 3 votes. The Port versus Claremont. Claremont, K. Macaulay, 1 vote. Claremont, B. McKeever, 2 votes. Claremont, T. Corrie, 3 votes. Kingborough versus Huonville Lions. Kingborough, E. Burrows, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, B. Polly, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, C. Eggers, 3 vote. There was a forfeit between Brighton and New Norfolk, and University had the bye.
Round 5. North Hobart versus the Port. The Port, T. Dillon, 1 vote. The Port, S. Fox, 2 votes. North Hobart, K. Gray, 3 votes. Claremont versus the South East Suns. Claremont, N. Daniels, 1 vote. Claremont, B. McKeever, 2 votes. Claremont, G. Allen, 3 votes. University versus Lindisfarne. University, H. Simpson, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, M. Fish, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 3 votes. Huonville Lions versus Hobart. Huonville Lions, C. Eggers, 1 vote. Hobart, F. Langford, 2 votes. A. Grubb from Huonville Lions, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Kingborough. Kingborough Tigers, S. Bottle James, 1 vote. Kingborough Tigers, A. Burrows Cheng, 2 votes. Kingborough Tigers, M. Polly, 3 votes. And Brighton had the bye.
As we round out round 5, Tubes, it's exciting to see G. Bailey out there with 10 votes. Lindisfarne holding both the first and second position. Bailey and Fish with 10 votes. Closely followed by Gibbs from North Hobart. How do you see that first 5 rounds?
No, well, Georgie Bailey and Mandy Fish are superstars of the competition. Of course, Mandy Fish, last year's winner, she shared it with Tiana Ford. So a fair bit to go under the bridge as we lead into round 6 hockey.
Absolutely.
All right, it's time to announce the goal kicking award for the SFLW competition. It goes to the goal kicking champ out there from Claremont, Nat Daniels, Hawkey.
Kicking 37 goals in what has been a shortened season, Nat Daniels doesn't miss many out in front, averaging more than 3 a game. Nat, you must be absolutely stoked with your efforts. Fantastic.
And rounding out the top 4, of course, is Stacey Fox from down there at the Port. Netta Lynch as well from Claremont, who kicked 20 goals for the season. And Meg Cohen from down at the Huonville Lions had a stellar season as well, Hawkey.
Look, and this year's been pretty wet, Tubes. There's been a lot of rain about, so to kick that many goals in a shortened season in pretty tough conditions, should be super proud of those efforts.
Well done. We'll move on now to round 6 of the SFLW medal count.
Round 6, North Hobart versus South East Suns. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 1 vote. South East Suns, J. Ransley, 2 votes. South East Suns, K. Olahead, 3 votes. Hobart versus New Norfolk. Hobart, L. Crossan, 1 vote. Hobart, F. Langford, 2 votes. Hobart, B. McDonald, 3 votes. University v Claremont. University, H. Doohan, 1 vote. Claremont, N. Lynch, 2 votes. Claremont, T. Corrie, 3 votes. The Port versus Huonville Lions. Huonville Lions, N. Vincent, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, C. Cragg, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, C. Eggers, 3 votes. Kingborough versus Brighton. Kingborough, L. Chatterton, 1 vote. Brighton, J. Hay, 2 votes. Brighton, C. Wells, 3 votes. Lindisfarne with the bye.
Round 7. Claremont versus Lindisfarne at a windy Abbotsfield Park. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 1 vote. Claremont, R. Seeley, 2 votes. Claremont, T. Corrie, 3 votes. University versus North Hobart. University, H. Doohan, 1 vote. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 2 votes. University, J. Allnut, 3 votes. Brighton versus Hobart. Brighton, O. Harris, 1 vote. Brighton, M. Robinson, 2 votes. Brighton, G. Pennicott, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus the Port. New Norfolk, S. Cantrell, 1 vote. Port, H. Kluger, 2 votes. Port, E. Doyle, 3 votes. Huonville Lions versus South East Suns. Huonville Lions, J. Houth, 1 vote. South East Suns, O. Hudson, 2 votes. South East Suns, K. Stubbs, 3 votes. Kingborough had the bye.
Coming into round 8 sees Kate Gibbs with the slimmest of margins by 1 point on the top of the leaderboard. University v Huonville Lions. University, A. Pottinger, 1 vote. University, J. Allnut, 2 votes. University, S. Rose, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus North Hobart. North Hobart, Kate Gibbs, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 2 votes. North Hobart's J. Farrow, 3 votes. The Port versus Brighton. The Port, L. Reid, 1 vote. The Port, E. Doyle, 2 votes. Brighton, C. Lovell, 3 votes. Hobart versus Kingborough. Hobart, D. Woolley, 1 vote. Kingborough, Kate Johns, 2 votes. Kingborough, M. Polly, 3 votes. The South East Suns versus New Norfolk had a forfeit and Claremont had the bye.
Round 9. Huonville Lions versus Lindisfarne. Huonville Lions, R. Warburton, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, M. Fish, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, A. Grubb, 3 votes. Brighton versus South East Suns. South East Suns, S. Gray, 1 vote. Brighton, C. Wells, 2 votes. South East Suns, O. Hudson, 3 votes. Kingborough versus the Port. Kingborough, G. Abel, 1 vote. The Port, E. Doyle, 2 votes. The Port, S. Fox, with 8 goals, 3 votes. North Hobart versus Claremont. Claremont, B. McKeever, 1 vote. Claremont, T. Corrie, 2 votes. Claremont, K. McCauley, 3 votes. New Norfolk and University ended in a forfeit, and Hobart had the bye.
Tubes, as we come into round 10, with only 2 rounds left, there is only 3 points separating the top 6 on the leaderboard here in the Southern Football League Women's Best and Fairest Count. It's hotly contested, mate. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's getting pretty tight. Anyone in those top sort of 6 players, 7 players can win. So I'm interested to see what happens in round 10, Hawkey.
Absolutely. Round 10. Brighton versus University. University, J. Allnut, 1 vote. Brighton, G. Pennicott, 2 votes. Brighton, C. Wells, 3 votes. Claremont versus Huonville Lions. Claremont, K. McCauley, 1 vote. Claremont, T. Corrie, 2 votes. Claremont, N. Lynch, 3 votes. The Port versus Hobart. Hobart, D. Woolley, 1 vote. The Port, S. Fox, 2 votes. The Port, H. Kluger, 3 points. Lindisfarne versus New Norfolk had the forfeit. South East Suns versus Kingborough had the forfeit. And New North Hobart had the bye.
3 points, mate. Not sure what happens there, but we'll go on with round 11 as things really starting to tighten up at the top. We've got some serious stuff happening with some forfeits there as well, Hawkey. So we'll move on to round number 11. Round 11, the final round. Kingborough versus University. University, R. Bampton, 1 vote. Kingborough Tigers, K. Johns, 2 votes. University, J. Allnut, 3 votes. South East Suns versus Hobart. South East Suns, K. Stubbs, 1 vote. South East Suns, J. Ransley, 2 votes. South East Suns, O. Hudson, 3 votes. Huonville Lions versus North Hobart. North Hobart, K. Gibbs, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, A. Grubb, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, C. Jarvis, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus Brighton. Lindisfarne, M. Sayward, 1 vote. Brighton, C. Wells, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, G. Bailey, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Claremont was a forfeit and the Port had a bye. So there it is, Hawkey, a huge result in the SFLW Women's Medal.
Georgie Bailey, fantastic effort from the Lindisfarne 2 Blues. Well done, Georgie. Unbelievable effort. I've got to tell you, those last couple of rounds, few forfeits, a couple of byes, really hurt a couple of those leaders. Followed closely by Gibbs, Corrie, Fish, but Georgie Bailey, our 2020 SFLW medalist for the best and fairest this year.
Unbelievable season from Georgie. She moved from Claremont over to Lindisfarne this year, had a great season. We love watching her here at Duff TV. Of course, massive stuff from Crystal Gibbs, Tomasa Corrie and Mandy Fish. They must be really proud of themselves in how they've had a great season.
Unbelievable, Georgie. Enjoy it. Well done again. Fantastic effort here in 2020. Great marker of the footy, great kicker of the footy, but more importantly, brings people around, takes people on a journey. Georgie, you are this year's winner.
Mandy Fish, another really experienced player, will ruck for most of the day. Into the hot spots, Bailey takes the mark.
She's probably right on her distance here. It'll take her best up. She's a beautiful kick of the footy too. How's that? Oh. Massive and big and whatever you want to call it, it's a goal. How's that for a kick? That was about a 40-metre drop punt, Duff.
Yeah, allowed for the breeze. She's a great player.
Wonderful footage of Georgie Bailey, the SFLW medal winner, Hawkey.
Yeah, mate, didn't struggle to find any footage highlight of her this year. Had plenty of it. Leather poisoning throughout the 2020 season.
No, she's a real star. All right, let's get down to it. It is time for the William Leitch medal of the 2020 SFL season. Let's get it underway, Hawkey.
Absolutely. The pinnacle of the 2020 SFL season, as you said there, Tubes, as we lead off with round 1. Dodgers Ferry v Claremont. Dodgers Ferry, K Styles, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, D Hunt, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, S Yule, 3 votes. Hobart v Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, M Phillips, 1 vote. Hobart, T Clark, 2 votes. Hobart, L Plummer, 3 votes. New Norfolk v Huonville. New Norfolk, C Morgan, 1 vote. New Norfolk, M Parker, 2 votes. New Norfolk, Jake Bierman, 3 votes. Brighton v Sorrel. Brighton, D Ford, 1 vote. Brighton, C Salter, 2 votes. Brighton, A Blair, 3 votes. Signet with the bye.
Round 2. Claremont versus Hobart. Claremont, J Grant, 1 vote. Hobart, B Ganninan, 2 votes. Hobart, L Adams, 3 votes. Huonville versus Brighton. Huonville Lions, C Johns, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, R Ward, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, E Brock, 3 votes. Sorrel versus Dodgers Ferry. Dodgers Ferry, T Cannon, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry, K Styles, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry, M Young, 3 votes. Lindisfarne versus Signet. Signet, T Boscott, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, R Edmondson, 2 votes. Signet, Toby Cohen, 3 votes. New Norfolk had the bye.
Coming into round 3, it is the round of threes with 9 of our leaderboard all on 3 votes. Brighton v New Norfolk. Brighton, A Blair, 1 vote. Brighton, C Salter, 2 votes. New Norfolk, Jake Bierman, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry v Huonville. Huonville Lions, C Johns, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, R Ward, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, E Brock, 3 votes. Hobart v Sorrel. Sorrel, J Johnston, 1 vote. Hobart, J Adams, 2 votes. Hobart, L Plummer, 3 votes. Signet v Claremont. Signet, B Livingston, 1 vote. Signet, T Boscott, 2 votes. Signet, J Fox, 3 votes. Lindisfarne with the bye.
Round 4. Huonville versus Hobart. Huonville Lions, A Crow, 1 vote. Huonville Lions, R Ward, 2 votes. Huonville Lions, M Paul, 3 votes. Sorrel versus Signet. Sorrel, A Jones, 1 vote. Signet, Joseph Doreen, 2 votes. Signet, J Gordon, 3 votes. Claremont versus Lindisfarne. Claremont, J. Grant, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, M. Blackburn, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, T. Westbury, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Dodgers Ferry. New Norfolk, C. Morgan, 1 vote. New Norfolk, N. Eisel, 2 votes. New Norfolk, B. Lovell, 3 votes. Brighton had the bye.
Coming into round 5, Lindisfarne v Sorell. Sorell, J. Johnston, 1 vote. Lindisfarne, L. Polonowski, 2 votes. Lindisfarne, S. Smith, 3 votes. Cygnet v Huonville. Cygnet, L. Ashland, 1 vote. Huonville, A. Vincent, 2 votes. Huonville, M. Schenk, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry v Brighton. Brighton, N. Barker, 1 vote. Brighton, A. Blair, 2 votes. Brighton, J. Bangara, 3 votes. Hobart v New Norfolk. Hobart, B. Goninen, 1 vote. Hobart, L. Adams, 2 votes. New Norfolk, Tyre and Rainbird, 3 votes. Claremont with the bye.
So there we go, Hawkey. After 5 rounds, it's a few blokes tied up on the top on 6.
Absolutely, top 5 on the leaderboard, holding 6 votes in what is a hotly contested William Leitch Medal here in 2020. A shortened season, an extremely challenging time to get votes.
Yeah, it certainly is, Hawkey, and I reckon those top 6, 7 blokes, any of those guys could take it out today.
At this stage, it's anyone's game. Really excited to see how the last couple of rounds go.
It certainly is. We must, of course, award the leading goal kicker of the season, and that goes to a bloke who's kicked 52 goals for the season, Hawkey. Huge achievement in a season where there was only really 9 games.
Mate,
eight games, really.
Absolutely. I mean, Joshy Fox from Cygnet, fantastic effort. I watched a number of games live streamed here on Duff TV. Every single game you're on there, you're grabbing it, you're going back, you're slotting the goal straight through the Hey Diddle Diddles. I love watching him.
Yeah, well done to you, Josh Fox. Of course, your sister kicked quite a few goals as well in the SFLW. A real family affair down there at the Port.
Absolutely. You had Ethan Brock with 35, Marcus Barker with 30 goals, our big man Alex Gilmore 30 goals, and obviously Alex Blair, rounding off the top 5 with 26 goals this season. An amazing effort for all those 5 players.
Another award that we've got coming up is, of course, the Huon News Award, the Media Award. That goes to a man from the Huonville Lions Footy Club, Ethan Brock. Ethan had a great season, Hawkey. He's a real champ down there at the Huonville Lions, and as they go deeper into finals, gee, they've looked good.
Mate, they certainly have. There's no doubt about it. Ethan is a leader of the club down there at Huonville Lions, always leading his team out in front, and mate, he's been instrumental in their success throughout 2020.
The next award to be presented, of course, Hawkey, is the Bibby Shield. Now, this shield goes to the footy club whose collective group has the most points on the SFL table.
And you'll see it here. It is absolutely massive tubes. You need a Zap membership to get in there and hold this. It's so heavy. I've got to tell you, it's a workout to pick it up, guys. But let's have a look at who was awarded the Bibby Shield in 2020 this year.
So down on the bottom is the Sorell Footy Club. Had a good season, Sorell. Brighton were next, so great return for their footy club. Great to see them back. Claremont next. Hobart on 28 points. New Norfolk on 52. Dodgers Ferry on 52 also. Cygnet on 64. The Huonville Lions were next on 70, but the Bibby Shield is retained by the might of the Lindisfarne Two Blues, Hawkey.
Absolutely. The mighty Lindisfarne Two Blues over there at Anzac Park retained and maintained the Bibby Shield here in 2020. A fantastic effort.
So the boys over there need to get a bit of silvo out and do a bit more polishing on the Bibby Shield. Congratulations to the Lindisfarne Footy Club. A great achievement to retain the Bibby Shield. We'll move on now to round 6 of the William Leitch Medal vote count. Round 6. Sorell versus Claremont. Sorell A. Jones, 1 vote. Sorell J. Johnston, 2 votes. Sorell M. Palmer, 3 votes. Brighton versus Hobart. Hobart A. Gilmore, 1 vote. Hobart B. Joseph, 2 votes. Hobart L. Adams, 3 votes. Huonville versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne L. Polonowski, 1 vote. Lindisfarne A. Hutchinson, 2 votes. Huonville Lions M. Schenk, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Cygnet. New Norfolk J. Clifford, 1 vote. Cygnet T. Boscott, 2 votes. Signet J. Lane, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry with the bye.
Coming into round 7 sees L. Adams from Hobart leading the leaderboard with 8 votes, followed by next 6 players, all with 6 votes. Signet v Brighton. Signet J. Lane, 1 vote. Signet J. Fox, 2 votes. Signet Toby Cohen, 3 votes. Hobart v Dodgers Ferry. Hobart B. Joseph, 1 vote. Hobart L. Adams, 2 votes. Hobart B. Goninen, 3 votes. Claremont v Huonville. Huonville Lions J. Howarth, 1 vote. Huonville W. Booth, 2 votes. Huonville E. Brock, 3 votes. Lindisfarne v New Norfolk. Lindisfarne M. Blackburn, 1 vote. Lindisfarne K. Baker, 2 votes. Lindisfarne R. Martin, 3 votes. Sorrel with the bye.
Round 8. Brighton versus Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne M. Cassidy, 1 vote. Lindisfarne D. Johns, 2 votes. Lindisfarne D. Blaisley, 3 votes. Dodgers Ferry versus Signet. Dodgers Ferry T. Suki, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry C. Hooker, 2 votes. Dodgers Ferry S. Kennedy, 3 votes. New Norfolk versus Claremont. New Norfolk J. Wigg, 1 vote. New Norfolk N. Eisel, 2 votes. New Norfolk Jai Bierman, 3 votes. Huonville versus Sorrel. Huonville Lions J. Houth, 1 vote. Huonville Lions R. Ward, 2 votes. Huonville Lions E. Brock, 3 votes. Hobart had the bye.
Coming into the final round, round 9. Claremont v Brighton. Brighton B. Hayden, 1 vote. Brighton D. Ford, 2 votes. Claremont M. Walker, 3 votes. Sorrel v New Norfolk. New Norfolk Jai Bierman, 1 vote. Sorrel D. Chapman, 2 votes. Sorrel B. Hibbard, 3 votes. Lindisfarne v Dodgers Ferry. Lindisfarne M. Hutchinson, 1 vote. Dodgers Ferry J. Bullock, 2 votes. Lindisfarne B. Westbury, 3 votes. Signet v Hobart. Signet Toby Cohen, 1 vote. Signet J. Fox, 2 votes. Signet T. Boscott, 3 votes. Huonville had the bye.
So there we have it, Hawkeye. Despite Huonville having the bye in the final round, Ethan Brock is the 2020 William Leitch medalist.
And not only wins, Tubes, wins by the slimmest of margins, 2 votes. Ethan Brock from Huonville, as I've said, a leader of the club. You would be absolutely ecstatic about the way your season's played out in what has been an extremely challenging year with only 9 rounds. Ethan Brock takes out the William Leitch medal in 2020.
Good tackle by Mickey Paul. Bouncing ball, Zeaton just got worked under the footy. Here's a chance for Ethan Brock, bending it around.
Going around.
Let's wait for the umpire, but I think it's a ripper. It's a goal. Ethan Brock has his first. McIndoe, Barnett gets it forward. A little dribbler towards big Mickey Paul. Off the ground now for Brock. Does it slide through? It does. Ethan Brock's got 2.
Nah, well done, Ethan. We love watching you here at Duff TV. And the top 5 there rounding out: Luke Adams, Thor Boscott, Reece Ward and Toby Cohen, of course, with Josh Fox on 7 votes, tying for 5th. Incredible achievement to all those players involved.
Yeah, look at Ethan Brock, your name suddenly gets etched in stone for the William Leitch medal, something to hold on to for many years to come, and it's an exciting time, and we hope you enjoy the celebrations that come with taking home the coveted William Leitch medal here in 2020.
Well, that concludes the William Leitch presentation, Hawkeye. Of course, congratulations to all of our winners: Josh Code, Jack Wilson, Georgie Bailey and Ethan Brock, of course.
Yeah, mate, fantastic. As I said, these guys should be, and ladies should be, extremely proud of their achievements this year. It's been a challenging season, not only for clubs, for spectators, but also for players and for the SFL to bring this competition together in what has been an amazing year with some fantastic winners of all those 4 medals. Congratulations for everyone here at Duff TV. We're excited to be a part of your lives in 2020.
That's right, and of course, thanks to our sponsors, EIS Property, ID Clothing, Elevate Wealth and Clennan's Mitre 10. And best of luck to all of those teams that are playing in next week's grand final. We'll see you at the footy. Until next time, take care and bye for now.
Plays on. Zeetson with a long kick. Nicky Pole flies high. Boscott on the mark. Plays on quickly into the middle of the oval. Oh, Basic with a brilliant mark. And there goes the siren. What a game. Cygnet Footy Club are into the grand final for 2020. What an absolute classic here in the Elevate Wealth second semi-final. Huonville Lions 13-10-88 are defeated by the Cygnet Football Club 13-12-90. One of the all-time classic games that I have ever seen, Dave Manchandon.
I can't speak.